Lena had always been fascinated by the majestic mountain that towered over her village. For years, she had dreamed of climbing to its summit, but every time she mentioned it, the villagers would laugh and tell her it was impossible. They said the mountain was too steep, too high, and too treacherous for anyone to climb alone. Despite their doubts, Lena couldn't shake off the feeling that she was meant to reach the top. She spent every spare moment reading about climbing techniques, training her body, and studying the mountain's paths. But more importantly, she worked on her mind. Every night, she would stand in front of her window, look up at the mountain, and say to herself, I can do this. One day, Lena decided it was time to take action. She packed her gear, said goodbye to her skeptical friends, and set off early in the morning. The climb was grueling, with steep cliffs and icy slopes. There were moments when she felt like giving up, when the wind howled and the snow blinded her. But every time doubt crept in, she remembered her mantra: believe you can, and you're halfway there. As she climbed higher, the air grew thinner, and the cold began to bite. Yet with each step, Lena felt a surge of confidence. She was no longer just climbing a mountain, she was proving to herself that anything was possible if she believed in it. Finally, after hours of climbing, Lena reached the summit. The view was breathtaking. Endless skies, rolling hills, and her village looking tiny below. Tears of joy and pride streamed down her face as she realized that she had done it. She had achieved what others thought was impossible. As she descended back to her village, Lena was greeted as a hero. The villagers, who had once doubted her, now looked at her with admiration and respect. But Lena knew that the greatest victory was not the climb itself, but the journey of self-discovery and the power of believing in herself. From that day on, whenever anyone in the village faced a challenge, they would remember Lena's story and the quote that had driven her to succeed: believe you can, and you're halfway there. This story illustrates how believing in oneself can be the first and most crucial step towards achieving any goal, no matter how daunting it may seem.